Hi hamster lovers and welcome to this week's video on hamster cages. To start off with, let's talk about enclosure size. Hamsters need large enclosures because the larger the enclosure, the more enrichment you can fit in it and the more space your pet has to express their natural behaviours. This means that the more enrichment, the better quality of care your hamster may have by providing stimulation for mental and physical well-being. This is because enrichment for their senses, foods and feeding and their physical habitat help keep them active and prevent them from getting bored. Bored hamsters are likely to be lethargic and sleep more than usual and develop stress behaviours. Some examples of stress behaviours include repetitive bar chewing, which can damage their teeth and cause sores on top of their nose. Next is monkey barring, where the hamster climbs on the bars of their enclosure, which means the hamster is trying to escape. Wall scaling. Usually in glass tanks. This is where a hamster jumps up against the side of their enclosure repetitively. If your hamster does any of these behaviours, I would strongly recommend upgrading the enclosure or adding more enrichment. Try to get the largest enclosure possible and strive for larger than the minimum cage size. Minimums include USA 450 square inches, UK 620 square inches and TVT Germany 775 square inches. Enrichment examples include dried herbs and flowers and scattering healthy variety food mix, sprays, deep bedding which is at least 6 inches, different textures including a sand bath, and lots of toys, foraging toys and wood chews. Here are some examples of good hamster cages. Living World Zoo Zone 2, which is 790.5 square inches. The SAVIC PLAZA, this is 775 square inches. The BARNEY hamster cage, which is 782 square inches. Bin cages, which you'll need to make sure is a suitable size. They are cheap alternatives to store-bought enclosures. There are many tutorials on YouTube, so I suggest watching them if you're considering this option. And 40-gallon tanks or larger. The Night Angel Bigger World MDF enclosure is also good. Make sure your hamster's cage is well ventilated. Extra floors, compartments and levels don't count towards floor space or cages joined by tubes. Hamsters need continuous unbroken floor space. Make sure that the base of their enclosure is deep enough to allow for a good bedding depth. In my opinion, I wouldn't use barred cages as it can increase the risk of bar chewing and climbing. The bars can also be harder to clean thoroughly. It can also be difficult to fit in large toys and wheels, however all cages have pros and cons. Make sure to let your pet stretch their legs out of their enclosure too. Please note that not all hamsters will be happy in a minimum size cage or even a cage considered large. So if you have all of the necessary enrichment and they're showing boredom behaviours, then you may need to upgrade the enclosure. That's the end of this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment and subscribe. Bye!